Welcome back to your training. As an EarthChild and Earth Addict brand ambassador, it is important to see customer service through the eyes of the customer. What does this mean? Service is the third element of three-dimensional service. So far, we have discussed product. We have discussed environment. All that remains now to create an extraordinary shopping experience for your customer is service. It is a very competitive world out there. And in the clothing industry, the one thing that will make EarthChild stand out above all the rest, besides the quality of our products and the beauty of our store environments, is extraordinary service. You cannot beat the results that an extraordinary shopping experience will deliver. So how do you deliver extraordinary service? The important thing you need to know is that there are very clearly defined stages in the process leading up to a customer making a purchase. And there are certain ways you need to behave at each stage. You are now looking at what we call a sales process map, a step-by-step sequence of how the sales process unfolds. Each block represents a customer touch point, a moment where we have a chance to influence the customer. Remember, there are two things to bear in mind when creating a great customer experience: a physical need and emotional need. At every touch point, we will look at how the customer is feeling and how to create the type of feelings within them that will lead to a purchase. The first touch point is called discover and evaluate. Exactly how does the customer first come to discover and then evaluate our store? How does the customer engage with our brand and with our store? There are four possibilities. The customer may be walking past our store, something grabs their attention, they then look into the window and decide to walk into the store. Or the customer hears about our store or sees garments that a friend is wearing. So, already knowing something about our brand, they notice our store, look into the window and walk into the store. Or the customer reads an article about us in a newspaper or a magazine. They see the store, look into the window and walk inside. Or the customer logs onto the website to discover and evaluate our garments. Let's briefly recap this. How does the customer come to know about us? In terms of discover and evaluate, the first phase of the sales process map, there are four possibilities. The customer may walk past the store and notice something about the store. The customer may already know about our brand of clothing. The customer may read an article about us or see an advert. Or the customer may log onto our website. Now let's discuss the emotional and physical needs of the discover and evaluate phase of the sales process. There are several stages in the discover and evaluate phase. We will begin by exploring phase 1, the stage where the customer sees the store. At this point, the customer is feeling inquisitive. They've seen the store, noticed that it's in a good location, recognized the signage, and possibly remembered reading or hearing about the brand. Because our customer is now interested in what they see, they will come closer and look at the window display. Looking into the window display, the customer is feeling intrigued. The window looks appealing and attractive and tells a story. The hanging message tells me why these products are unique. And oh, look at that outfit. The customer is now so curious about what they see in our windows that they decide to enter our store. Your customer is getting closer, but do not high-five your fellow ambassadors at this point. We are now building up to a very important moment. We are at the point in the sales process map where your customer has noticed the store, has become intrigued, curious, and has now walked into the store. How is the customer feeling? At this stage, the customer has a sense of expectation, but could be easily intimidated. Here's what you must do. Welcome them with a smile and offer a friendly greeting. And if it's a repeat customer, remember to greet them by name. Being made to feel so welcome in our store, the customer now has the confidence to move on to the next touch point and will start browsing through our store. Once inside our store, our customer browses around and looks at the clothing. At this point, the customer will typically be offered assistance by our brand ambassador, that's you, and ask some questions about our garments. They may even try on garments. The customer is feeling very interested at this stage. Thanks to your efforts, your customer finds it easy to identify different stock items and see what sizes and colors are available. Most customers will need extra assistance while browsing for clothing and will ask questions. At this touch point, the customer is feeling a bit insecure. You should now help our customer to make decisions. You'll approach the customer when you see that she needs some help and ask her what her needs are. If the customer is buying for a specific event, inform her of our current promos. You can explain the benefits of our natural fibers to the customer and encourage her to feel our fabrics. At this point, your service must be efficient. You must know where everything is in the store. You must also understand the trends and be able to show the customer different color coordinations. Also how to build an outfit and explain the washing instructions if needs be. By getting the correct kind of service experience from you, the customer is confident and will now try on the garments and outfits that you helped her select. The customer is now feeling a sense of anticipation. She is excited to see how the clothes will look on her. Your role at this point is to support your customer through the tries-on stage. Show her a fitting room and remain available in case she needs assistance. We are now ready to move to the next and very important stage of the process, acquire. Well done to you if you have managed your relationship with your customer to this point, the try-on stage. You are nearly there. But we have covered enough in this module. Let's see how much of it you understand by answering the following questions.